Meaning of shares. The investment or the capital of a company is divided into a fixed number of units having a small amount of each unit are called as shares. Types of share. A shares of the company may be called as equity shares or preference shares. Equity shares are also known as ordinary shares. Meaning of equity shares. Equity shares are issued to the general public and are non-redeemable in nature. Investors in such shares hold the right to vote, share profits and claims the assets of the company. Equity shares are long-term financing sources for the company. Meaning of preference shares. Preference shares are those shares which have two preferences over equity shares. Preference as to the payment of dividend and preference as to the return of capital in the event of winding up of a company. Types of preference shares. Cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, redeemable preference shares and participating preference shares. Meaning of cumulative preference shares. These are the shares which have the right to get arrears of dividend if the company is unable to pay dividends in any year. In any year out of the profits of the company, first of all, arrears of dividend on cumulative preference shares would be paid before any dividend is paid on other shares. Non-cumulative preference shares. Non-cumulative preference shares are those shares on which the arrears of the dividend do not go on accumulating. If in any year the profits of the company are insufficient to pay the dividend at the fixed rate, the holders of these preference shares will have either to miss the dividend or accept the dividend at a lower rate. Redeemable preference shares. If the money received on the preference shares is to be returned after a certain period, the shares are known as redeemable preference shares. Such shares can be redeemed out of new issue of the shares or out of profits or reserves of the company. Before these shares can be redeemed, they must be fully paid up. Participating preference shares. Preference shares are usually entitled to get a fixed rate of dividend. If, however, they participate in surplus profit which remains after the equity shareholders have received dividend at a stated rate, they are known as participating preference shares.